What's going on, everyone? Tech Me out here, and in front of me I have the Galaxy S9. So you already know, without any further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this. So the Galaxy S9 is finally here, and I am personally super excited about this. So let's go ahead and get this out the box. So I'm gonna go over a few tech specs within the video, but ultimately to get a better roundup of any that I may miss, definitely check the description box below. And if you are excited about seeing what's in the package here with me, be sure to hit that thumbs up button while you're down there as well. Let's get in here. So packaging wise, it looks like, you know, your typical standard box, nothing too different there, but let's get inside of here and see what we're working with. So as I'm opening this, there are a couple of things in which I'm excited about, you know, testing on the Galaxy S9 that's different than its predecessors, which include AR emoji. I've heard mixed things about it, but I'm interested to see it for myself. This new camera that's up here, as well as the new location of the fingerprint sensor, as it's no longer beside the camera, but beneath the camera. But those are just a few new things that we can expect up here that I'm personally excited about. So first thing we're greeted with is a little bit of paperwork here. Got our SIM tray ejector tool, a quick reference guide. It's gonna tell us a little bit of information about what we got in here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I have the purple Galaxy S9. So I didn't go with the Plus model this time. I did get it last time, and I realized I didn't really need per se a device that large, and that the S8 would have done me just fine. So this time I have the S9. I'm pretty excited about that. So let's go ahead and get this wrapper off. Ooh. All the plastic has been removed. Let's go ahead and get this little label off as well. Ooh, this is gorgeous. I'm really feeling this. I like the look of this alone. Like, that is just so sleek. It just, I don't know. Purple is a nice addition, and it's new, you know, as I don't think there are any other purple phones out there by default, at least, unless you do some modifications to it. But to buy it standard like this, I like it. Yeah, I really like how this feels in hand. First impressions off gate, yeah. It's pretty solid. It's not too large, it's not too small, and I'm sure once I get everything powered up and set up, being that this display is pretty much bezel free, you can truly enjoy the entire length of the 5.8-inch display. So I think this would definitely be just fine for me. But button placement wise, on the right hand side you have your power button, along the top you have your SIM card tray, and then along the left hand side you have your volume buttons, as well as a dedicated Bixby button. Moving along the bottom you have your headphone jack, USB-C port, and also you have stereo speakers down here as well. So I'm really interested to see how that's gonna sound. But the headphone jack is one of those things now that once didn't have to be mentioned, but now it does. Also up here is not just your SIM card tray, you also have expandable storage in that area as well. So that's something I forgot to mention. Along the back, you have your 12 megapixel camera with your fingerprint reader beneath that. And I really like the fact that it is located down there this time instead of beside the camera, as I think it's gonna be a little bit more natural and easier to reach. But of course, with extended use, I'll be able to tell you better if it made any difference this time around in changing the location. This is like that type of phone, and I'm sure we probably have all had them, where you just pick up for no reason because it just feels so nice and looks so nice. Don't judge me. If you're a real tech head, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna set up the S9 off camera, and we're just gonna take a look at what else we have in here. So let's see. Looks like we have a USB-C to USB connector here. Then you also have your wall adapter that's gonna give you fast charging. Then we also have a USB-C charging cable here, AKG headphones, so got some good audio quality here. Let's see what else. What is this? Oh, some ear tips. So if you want to get your headphones a little bit more comfortable, you can. I think that's everything. I don't see anything else, at least. All right, so that's everything that you're gonna get in the package here. And time to power up the S9. All right, so I have set this thing up. I'm good to go, and I gotta say, first impressions, I am thoroughly enjoying this, from the feel of it in hand down to the software and everything. It's just very fluid, very responsive. Didn't expect anything less really. So the rear facing camera up here has something known as a dual aperture, where it's gonna basically alternate between f1.5 and f2.4. So it's pretty cool that it's able to automatically switch between various lighting conditions without any hassle. That way it's gonna make your photos look better regardless of the lighting conditions. So you should be able to get things like more bokeh, which is that blurred effect you see behind your subject, or you'll be able to capture better low light photos. So it definitely has its advantages, and I love the fact that it'll do it on its own. So if you're really not into photography, not quite sure how to do it manually, it will do it for you so you don't have to worry about it. Another cool feature up here is that you'll be able to capture video actually in 960 frames per second at 720p. So what that means is that you're gonna be able to capture like really super duper slow motion videos. And it's 720p, but I'm gonna be testing that because it might not be, you know, that bad in picture quality, especially if the lighting conditions are ideal. The display up here, of course, is nothing less than gorgeous. It is 5.8 inches, and I'm telling you, every time I would pass a Galaxy, whether it's a S8, S8 Plus, a Note 8, I mean, it just always grabs my attention. To me, they have just really mastered and set the standard for what a bezel-free screen should look like. Now, if you're concerned about the front-facing camera, you do have an 8-megapixel sensor up there, which, based upon a little bit of testing, gave me somewhat of a soft image. I will say thus far with the location of the fingerprint sensor, with the few times that I've unlocked it, I don't know, I find that I have to kind of shift the phone down just a little bit to get my finger into position, as it's naturally above the camera. But I don't think there's gonna be a problem or anything like that. I just think I have to get familiar with the placement of it, like anything that's new and unfamiliar to you. But this AR emoji, that is something I wanna test out. Let me find, so the camera interface is a little bit different, I'm noticing, and AR emoji is within the camera interface. So it says try making emojis of yourself. So I'm gonna say create my emoji, and looks like I'm snapping a photo of myself, and then it's gonna make it, so let's see. Sorry about that, I had to get things back up and rolling. Both of my cameras died on me, so nonetheless. But yeah, I'm looking at this AR emoji of myself, and I don't think this looks like me. And the only thing that might look like me are my eyes, but this little goofy grin, and nah, let me try that again. Let's see, let's say female again. I had to take a photo again. I just wasn't feeling that. Let's see, it's creating my, oh my gosh, it doesn't matter how many times I take the photo or how I smile. Why does my mouth look like that? Why do I look like this? Okay, let me just make my skin tone a little bit darker. I do like the fact though that you don't have to like do every little fine detail yourself, but I don't like how it made me look. And do they even have dreadlocks? So the hairstyles to me are a little bit limited. I wish there was one that better matched my hair, as I do have dreadlocks. So yeah, I guess I have to stick with what they have. My hair used to be straight, so maybe I'll go with that look. And yeah, this really doesn't look like me. And then the last thing I want to test are the speakers. So let me go to Google Play and see if I can fire up some music. So the speakers, let me say this before I start listening to music. The speakers have Dolby Atmos technology inside, so it's supposed to provide you like a more immersive 360 sound effect, so to speak, whether you're using headphones or the stereo speakers. Man, this display is just so freaking gorgeous. It gets me every time.
Yeah, mama built the Saints. Yeah, counting up the O's, I think. Yeah, looking at the O's, I drink.
All right.
Pharmacy knowing my name.
So the speakers sound good. The only thing I'll say is that when the volume is turned all the way up, it does sound a little staticky, a little tinny, but yeah, outside of that, I think they sound pretty good. But yeah, that's gonna conclude things for this video. I do have the best Samsung Galaxy S9 accessories video dropping very soon. So once again, be sure to hit subscribe. Outside of that, as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out. I do not look like that. I refuse to believe that I look like this right now. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section if you think this AR emoji looks like me. I really don't, but especially because she doesn't have locks. Oh, she can, oh my gosh, you can see the whole outfit. Interesting.